Everyone thought 81 points was untouchable. For nearly 20 years, nobody seriously threatened Kobe Bryant's legendary scoring night. Then suddenly, the most unexpected player imaginable did something nobody saw coming. Bam Adebayo scored 83 points, a player known for defense, screens, rebounds, not scoring. Coming into this game, his career high was 41 points, so the idea of him even approaching a historic scoring game seemed impossible. But somehow, by the end of the night, he passed Kobe Bryant's 81. And the craziest part about the game wasn't just about the number. It was how the final minutes unfolded, because while some NBA stars celebrated the historic night, others said the ending wasn't even real basketball. So what actually happened? And was this one of the greatest scoring performances ever, or was this the most controversial? To understand how Bam reached 83, you have to look at the circumstances. The Miami Heat were missing multiple key players that forced Miami to run the offense through Bam. Normally, he averages around 20 points per game, but in this game, he became their entire offense. Every possession started with him, post touches, pick and rolls, mid-range jumpers, and early on, something became clear. The Washington Wizards, one of the worst defensive teams in the league, had no answer for him. Once Bam got comfortable, the scoring avalanche started immediately, and by the end of the first quarter, history was already knocking at the door. Bam wasn't just scoring, he was dominating every type of possession. Face-up drives, post-ups, putbacks, even transition finishes. By the end of the first quarter, Bam scored 31 points. At that moment, people started to realize something. This might not just be a career night, this could turn into one of the greatest scoring games ever, and he was just getting started. The second quarter is when the story started to spread across the league, because Bam didn't slow down. He kept attacking, Miami kept feeding him, and every time the Wizards tried to double him, he still found ways to score. Free throws, mid-range jumpers, finishes at the rim. By halftime, Bam had 43 points, which meant two things. First, he already broken his career high by halftime, and second, he was on pace for something historic. Fans across the NBA started tuning in, social media exploded, because the conversation changed from a great game to a very specific question. Could Bam Adebayo break Kobe Bryant's 81-point game record? But the way Bam was scoring made the night even stranger, because he started doing something nobody expected. Bam Adebayo has never been known as a three-point shooter. In fact, through his first 7 NBA seasons, he only made 23 total threes. Not per season, total. But during this game, he suddenly started launching them, and somehow they were falling. Bam finished the night 7 for 22 from the 3-point range, but for a player who almost never shoots from deep, it was shocking. Those extra points stretched the defense and kept the scoring run alive. But here's another surprising detail. Despite scoring 83 points, Bam actually shot under 50% from the field. And strangely enough, that's not uncommon for a huge scoring game. Many historic scoring nights happen against teams that are struggling, where the pace gets chaotic and defenses break down, which is exactly what happened against the Wizards. And by the fourth quarter, the entire arena knew something special was happening. Bam wasn't just chasing 60 or 70, he was approaching NBA history. This is where everything changed. Miami was already comfortable winning the game. Normally that means the star player sits down, but Bam stayed on the floor, and the Heat made their strategy obvious. They were trying to push him towards a historic number. Every possession looked the same. Give Bam the ball and clear out and let him shoot. Meanwhile, the Wizards started doing something strange. Instead of letting the clock run out, they began fouling heavily. That sent Bam to the free throw line over and over again, and those free throws became a massive part of the stat line. By the end of the game, Bam attempted 43 free throws and made 36. One of the highest totals ever in a single game. Then came the moment that made the whole thing feel even more controversial. Late in the fourth quarter, Bam committed what looked like an offensive foul, but instead of letting the call stand, the play was reviewed, and the result kept Bam on the floor. Because everyone in the building knew what was happening. The Heat weren't just trying to win anymore, they were chasing history. And those extra points pushed Bam to the number nobody expected. 83. Once the game ended, the reaction around the NBA was completely split. Some stars immediately showed love. LeBron James celebrated the performance online. Kevin Durant also praised the historic night. For many players, 83 points is something you simply have to respect, but not everyone was impressed. ESPN reporter Tim Mahone called the ending disgusting basketball, and the Wizards head coach said the fourth quarter didn't even feel like a real game anymore, because both teams were manipulating the situation. One side was trying to force the record, the other side was fouling constantly. Even Victor Wembanyama gave a reaction that felt dismissive. Suddenly the conversation wasn't just about points, it was about whether the moment was legitimate. But here's the thing that many fans forgot. This isn't the first time something like like this happen. When Devin Booker scored 70 points, the Suns intentionally fouled late to give him more possessions. When David Robinson scored 71 points in 1994, his teammates fed him the ball almost every play. That's what teams do when history is within reach. They chase the moment, because opportunities like this almost never come around. So while Bam's 83 points looked controversial, it actually follows a long tradition in the NBA. Teammates recognizing history and doing everything possible to make it happen. Years from now, fans won't remember every free throw. They won't remember the fourth quarter controversy. They'll remember one number: 83. A night where Bam Adebayo, a player nobody expected to come within reach of one of the most legendary scoring records in basketball history. Love it or hate it, this game is officially part of the NBA history. But if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.